Alrighty, thank you for tuning in to another one. It's your guy, Bora Lucky Libra, and we getting into the personal energy reading for my Capricorns, diving into Gemini season and the new moon in Gemini when we're looking at the solar eclipse energy. So let's get right into it. Now, shout out to my Caps, all right? Cardinal Earth, ruled by Saturn, okay? So we know we're dealing with Earth, we're dealing with that dry, concrete, in the present, practical, common sense, efficient, all right, type of energy. And it's cardinal and it's ruled by Saturn. So you guys want to start the new blueprint. Y'all want to start the new plan. Y'all want to start the new business. Y'all want to bring the common sense to forms of structure that look like it ain't got that much of a strong foundation. That's why you could fit into the bossy, authoritative type of position in life based off having the psyche to organize, to structure, okay? It's just growing the backbone to start calling the shots and building the, the reputation or the discipline in order to fall into these positions. Now, when we look at and Saturn dealing with restriction, limitations, boundaries, business, structure, organization, time, all right? But when we're looking at Mercury, all right, and Gemini season, this season was influencing us to have more of a critical analysis with our relationships. Okay, a lot of retrograde energy in the air, so a lot of revision, a lot of replay scenarios within our relationships, especially with our business, Saturn in retrograde or whatnot. So your ruling planet, Saturn, is in retrograde. So there's a lot of things in your personal issues by default, Capricorn, that you had to revisit right now. Certain things with your personal schedule and routine that you extremely felt like you had to revisit based off of things feeling unstable. All right. So when we look at this season, there may have been a lot of overthinking when it comes to your plans, your business. You may have even been heavily critiqued in the workplace, in your former career, if you are, going into somewhere, a actual physical destination, dealing with others, or just having other people be a heavy critique on what you're working on. It was very important for you to utilize these influences to be open to new ways of work, of what you're refining your schedule and what you're working on, and being able to see things about your projects, businesses, and relationships that you didn't see before, Capricorn. But the critique could have came off real harsh, consistent, and heavy, and it could have created some frustration with the way you personally thinking about your project. So it's really important to not let critiques sway you off of how confident you feel in a business, in a relationship, in a personal endeavor project, instead of using that as a personal critique for you to be able to build more efficiently. All right. So like I said, it may have been some business investments. It may have been some things that you're building right now. What you're a Capricorn, you're always building something, structuring something, planning something, organizing something. All right. And we know career is a huge emphasis. So it may have been a lot of new strategies you developed or remembered that you haven't exercised yet due to these retrogrades, Saturn being retrograde, that you're looking at now as a new resource, even though it's something you probably already had, a form of information you already had, but you're looking at it like, damn, I ain't never even exercised this yet. Let me see how I could reformulate that into what I'm doing now. It may have been a lot of that energy too, Capricorn. So be open to everything that you can do to make your business, your foundation, anything more stable. All right. So yeah, refining schedule, understanding when it comes to relationships, understanding that a relationship can be a responsibility, and it is a responsibility. It should be priority. If you're in the relationship, it should have that much value to you for it to be a priority. So this season may have had a lot of clashes between your personal ambitions and what other people want for you, how your personal ambitions affect others. It may have been a lot of misunderstandings in this type of area. I mean, in this type of energy for the most part during this Gemini season. Okay, it may have even dove you back into ways of almost I wouldn't even want to say reconsidering changing how you work on things for others, even though you may have, but it may have played out in ways where there was some clashes because it was hard for you to articulate to others that you're that passionate about having this, or that passionate about investing time into this. And that may have played out as a bit of a clash in your relationship. So as this new moon, progresses, communication and being more open and vulnerable dealing with it, Capricorn, is very important. We know, see, you're gonna communicate with substance. You're gonna say things and mean things, and we know you got a sarcastic, dry sense of humor. So this season, you may have been felt pushed to be more communicative. And this is another key thing, because that was you being pushed to being more communicative and interacting with others. You know, this is helping to cultivate you to fill in that authoritative type role, that boss type role, that call the shots type role. So when it comes to things that you're growing, that you're building, that you're the owner of, that you're the CEO of, all right, that you're the creator of, you got to understand, Capricorn, that communication going to be needed, all right? You rule by Saturn. Saturn deals with communication energy. So a lot of times you communicate and relate when you feel like it's worthy, when it's needed, when it makes sense. But a lot of these situations, Gemini season was helping you to just get more so in the flow of making your brand, your business more apparent to others, all right? And you stepping into the shoes of being able to articulate that, network that easy, all right? Utilizing critique and new information about what you're working on and making it applied knowledge. You've gained a lot of information about what you're working on, Capricorn, all right? You've gained a lot of information on how you could retweak things, how you could revisit things you could do differently. That has to be applied knowledge moving on from this new moon, Capricorn. It can't just stay an idea. It can't just stay something that you want somebody else to come in and work for you, show you how to do it. Now you got to get hands-on, Cap. Yeah, heavily critiqued at the workplace. And overall, I want to say wellness and your ability, really your gift to strategy, to strategize. It ain't really your ability and your gift to strategize was really pushed to its maximum level. So the more unstable you felt, the more you felt like you really had to tap into what you know how to do is putting shit in order, structuring and organizing things the proper way, okay? But your wellness was something that was really critical throughout it all. Caps, make sure you're getting proper rest hours. Make sure your diet is something that you're conscious of, Capricorn. You know, some of y'all get exhausted. Y'all don't got the right fuel in y'all system. And with this season moving like this and moving backwards in retrograde, so we going through all different types of loops, that could be taxing on you guys, all right? The way you guys think, the way Capricorns think, you guys can make the body feel taxed because you think too hard sometimes, Cap. You think so hard on things, that should tax the body, and you feel fatigued there. So it's very important to understand your wellness is really going to complement and support what you're even trying to build and structure, all right? Keep you going at an efficient level. So that was a huge influence, Capricorn. As we make sure we take care of these things, we good moving into Cancer season, even though this is your opposite now. It's your opposite sign now. So it's going to be a season where you're going to have to be more in tune, aligning with your true emotions about how you feel about what you're working on, gaining the, bridging the gap between career and things you really care about, people, places, and things you really care about, the family and home environment. Them things is going to be important, but we're going to get into that when it's time. All right, Caps, until next time.